today. We are so grateful today. Uh, we have Amanda and Micah coming to you from Mary Magdalene's cave, which is in the background from where they are. So it's so great to have you here on our live show, and you're on a little bit of a pilgrimage with a group of friends today to the cave, and just living a life of devotion to Jesus and Mary Magdalene and the deep teachings of A Course in Miracles. So tell us a little bit about your your pilgrimage today. How did you get to France?
Yeah, it's very beautiful, baby, because for me this place is very beautiful symbol for live in in devotional life. And for me, Mary Magdalene is very important because I always connecting so much with her. And I don't know, it's beautiful because in reality, no prepare this travel. Only Miguel and Astrid say, okay, maybe together go visit Mary Magdalene. It's, okay, I go. Yes, yes, I won. And I don't know, Mike and I walk for the mountain for meditation, and it's very beautiful how the peace. Um, I don't know. It's like connecting with this deep, profound, profound devotional angelity, and it's very important for us this place because now is my life. Is life, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is the second time we came. We came earlier this year, uh, just Amanda and I, and um, this trip came about again because joining with other companions and friends who also feel connected to the teachings from the Course and Jesus and Mary Magdalene, of course, as well. They just felt the inspiration to go and invited us along. And so we came back because it is such a strong symbol for both of us. That symbol of devotion is really what it is. And I remember once you said, I think the proper use of symbols is to increase faith. And I just love that. I don't take a lot of notes in life, but once in a while I do write something down. That's one of those things I wrote down, and it just has really helped me to find the purpose and the meaning in the symbols. Is just to increase the faith, and I think for both of us, we feel that a lot.
That's beautiful. Yeah, it's so wonderful that you basically have given your life over to just listen and follow the inner guidance and work with the Course, and that Jesus brought you together. And now, when you first went to Mary Magdalene's cave, it was such a deep, profound experience that it seems to have kicked off a deeper devotion now than ever. And I know you said that when Astrid and Miguel came to visit you at your house on the mountain, that they sank into such a deep meditation and could feel the depth. So I feel like all of you going there now is just like following the depth. You just are trusting and following the depth, because actually this journey, it goes so far beyond the words. It gets to a point where the only use of words is just the inspiration and blessing, and to show that there's nothing to be afraid of in going this deep, that you're not really leaving anything real behind. you're just coming more into the fullness of Jesus' love and God's love, and the full experience of that has no sacrifice involved at all. You're just enraptured in it, and you just bask in it and live in it every day, and there aren't any kind of real problems that can get in your way or obstacles, because you're just carried like a twig in the river. So it's beautiful, and maybe you could just share about the house that came in. That's a little bit north, maybe isn't it maybe like north and maybe a little northwest of Barcelona, and it's just dropped into your lap as like a rental, a 5-year lease, and it just dropped in, and now the people are showing up. People are showing up that are very devoted to this awakening path, and it's all just happening. It's like you're just watching it.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Very true.
Yeah, it's beautiful because when Micah and I walk for the mountain, I say how this house it's very important for us because it's for live very deep in devotion with God. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very deep
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
this house was not my house. The house Amanda is is the house of God, and it's very deep because it's my commitment with Jesus and the Holy Spirit, and it's like only for live this experience devotional for unit with God,
Yeah.
for live this experience for pray, join together, but in reality it's for myself. You know, David, it's like it's open for other people, yes, but I don't know. It's very difficult to put words in reality because for me, many healing in 3 months in this house, and how now for me it's very different vision for many things, including with Jesus, including with Jesus. is 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 the same when the other day told with you how I don't know when I surrender how now it's more gentle in reality.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Beautiful.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It's um, we both came back from Mexico a year, I don't know, about a year ago anyway. And yeah, there was that feeling of like inspiration and feeling of wanting to continue on sharing the experience that we've had with practicing the course, the teachings. Um, it just felt like that's where everything opened up for me, especially for me,
Yeah.
for myself, uh, and and so there was that feeling there about sharing that experience and somehow um, seeing how what that would look like. And we didn't really know all along. It was just sort of the thought was there and the desire and feeling and inspiration. And then it just like these things do, it just took whatever time it took. I mean, in some ways, it started already as far as that joining with other people. This apartment we were in for many months, as you know, so people came and stayed with us, Ken and Anna for a month, um,
And I say,
Anna Cecilia for a month or more, as well as other friends for shorter periods of time, and my daughter for a while as well. And so it was already sort of like the community was already happening, it's already. And then it seemed, I don't even remember how, it was like somehow we started looking for a house to expand on this and to have the space for other people to come, and we were sharing a shared building with the apartment we were in. And so we didn't, you know and it's just like every step we just waited and just waited to be shown, and what, we might have had thoughts or preferences about going one way or the other, but it's always like just to surrender those and see what happens. And then it was very clear that this house showed up. There was a lot of beautiful signs, and it was very much guided, where just step by step, like Amanda stumbled on it on this website. And it's the kind of house that's not very usual to find to rent. They call it a Mesilla, here in Catalonia. Well, not here, but where we live in Catalonia in northern Spain. Traditional, like, country house. And then, going through the process of contacting the real estate person that was dealing with it, and then coming to visit and meeting the owner, just a beautiful connection, and all these steps. And every time there was like, the accommodations were made for us, with reducing the price even in the rent. And out of all these people that were interested, the owner really felt connected with us. We had just a beautiful connection. And yeah, and so this house, it just all finally happened. And seemingly without us doing anything, just kind of following, listening and following, praying and listening and following.
Yeah, that's amazing. So it's like a 6-bedroom house, and unlike other place that you looked, which was needing so much construction and restoration and repair, this house is just beautiful. And it's almost like when we have a drink where we just add water and stir. You just showed up. A 6-bedroom house turns into a mystical community on a mountain, on a hillside north of Barcelona. And maybe you can share with everybody just the name of it, because I'm sure people are watching around the world and just saying, wow, that is an amazing story. What name have you put to the house and the community?
Yeah, it's Faro de Luz in Spanish, or Luz to our Latin American Spanish friends. Different pronunciation a little bit. Faro de Luz, and that's beacon of light in English. So, but everything, like, it's on Facebook, where we have a page. It's Faro de Luz Comunidad. Beacon of Light Community. Yeah,
it's so beautiful too, because a lot of people are watching and they're saying, I feel kind of stuck in my life, and I'm just open to go much deeper. I really want to be in connection with Jesus and the Holy Spirit and Mary Magdalene in a deep way. And you both met down at La Casa de Milagros down in Chapala, Mexico, and Micah came from Minnesota, and then Amanda came all the way over from Spain and landed. And Amanda mostly spoke Spanish, just poquito, inglés, poquito, poquito, and Micah mostly spoke English. And here you are now, where we were saying the other day, Amanda is now bilingual. The Holy Spirit has turned her into bilingual. She's doing very, very well. And you both have been able to communicate, I think, more telepathically, probably through your relationship. And then the words kind of came in afterwards, but through prayer and devotion. And so for both of you, it's kind of been an unwinding from the past, a lot of deep unwinding. And I don't think people realize how much we have to let go of all of the past thoughts to make way for the voice of Jesus to come through us, because the prayer and the guidance, it's always there. Jesus is always there with us. And I remember, Amanda, you were at La Casa de Milagros and you were watching a movie this time of the young Messiah when Jesus was young. Very powerful movie. And then after that movie, then you just heard Jesus speaking to you just constantly. You couldn't sleep. And then it was beautiful that Micah was actually there. He was just down searching, going deeper himself, and he was able to join with you and pray with you, comfort you. When it was a very different experience of having Jesus, your heart bursting open, and Jesus speaking to you all through the night. It's very different. I think anybody watching would know how difficult that would be if you had that experience, because it's so out of pattern. So maybe you could just share a little bit about like some of the big kind of mystical experiences that have propelled you to just really let go of the past and just be so present with the Holy Spirit for the guidance, like right in the here and now. You're just so in the here and now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in La Casa de Milagros in Mexico, it's very beautiful because I feel very strong experience, and I feel how connecting with Jesus in many moments, because I think maybe I need these steps, because for me, after many things with ego, and it's like, wow, thank you, Jesus, for let me these things, trusting you. and and I don't know, sometimes I listen how Jesus, I don't know how express these things. I feel very loved, very loved, including when I go to sleep, how in my dreams, you, you remember, David, when
Yeah,
I
yeah.
only Jesus told me, okay, you now with me foresee this dream. And I don't know, it's crazy because everything for me is for trust all the time with this experience. Only for trust, only for see my thoughts, because sometimes it's very strong how the ego won't control everything, including sometimes it's for okay, maybe surrender and no more with curse the miracles, because sometimes it's very strong for me, because the people angry with me projecting in me, because Amanda's the character is very strong, blah 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 blah. But uh, I don't know, this month for me beautiful miracle, David, because Jesus all the time with me when I I feel very bad with everything in this world. But this month I now it's very different everything for me, because I no need make anything in reality. I only need see these thoughts, these things, and I need surrender, because in reality is how okay, Amanda, you now only need see these things, but you no need make nothing. Only see nothing more. And I live this experience with my daughter, or maybe with Micah, or with other person in the house. I don't know. It's like okay, I no need make anything in reality. Everything is resolved. It's a miracle, because it's like oh my God, in this situation in my past, I want resolve, I want control everything for feel peace, but no, it's true. This is the ego. For I know trust in Holy Spirit and Jesus with me. And now it's like, oh wow, I feel more peace in me. It's like, as, it's how I understand why. I need very strong commitment with me all the time.
Yeah.
For no transigir, how do you say, empathy with ego? Yeah, complacer. Yes, other person for, I don't know, it's like, I understand why I need my commitment very strong with me, because the ego is very subtle. It's very strong, David. And I prayed for 1 week very strong, like, please, Jesus, I need more gentle now.
Yeah.
I trust more now in everything, because I no need make anything in this world. No need resolve these things with these people or with my family or with my daughters. No, I only need see my thoughts for surrender, for
Yeah.
forgiveness.
Yeah.
And now I live more experience with Jesus, including for tonight in my dream. It's crazy because it's like, what is this? Oh my God! Including when I live this experience, because I every morning get up 7. Yeah, I go for one place for meditation for 2 hours, for pray with Jesus.
Yeah.
And sometimes I feel very strong connecting with love, and it's like, okay, I don't want nothing more in this world. Please, Jesus, I want only this moment every day in my life, because I understand, because in this place I understand who is live life in devotion in reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's very deep. It's very beautiful when I surrender, when I don't want nothing more in this world. It's like, I don't know, David. It's very beautiful because I feel now how Jesus say, okay, Amanda, you know you are love in reality. You only now you see you are love, Amanda, and it's very
Yeah.
beautiful, very grateful for my commitment all the time. Sometimes very strong, I know, but it's like, okay, I trust,
Yeah.
because it's the same the movie the other day when I told you, like, I don't want um, um, my contract with ego. My contract is with God.
Yeah.
Commitment. No,
Yeah.
contract. Yes,
That's it.
yeah. I don't know, baby. I'm very grateful, including with this person, when sometimes projecting in me, or only is for remember my commitment. You know, I'm
Yeah.
very grateful with this person, because it's for them. I now here in this place with Mary Magdalene, with this house, Faro de Luz, for live my life in devotion, because I only want this, David. I only want connecting with God all the time. I don't need nothing more. Yeah, I know I have 4 grandsons, very beautiful kids. I know, but it's like, what's my responsibility, including my daughters or my mother or my sisters, because now I feel very loved with them, because now I surrender, including many miracles with my family, because now it's very different everything with them,
Yeah.
because I don't need result, nothing.
Yeah.
And now my life now, it's a miracle. It's a miracle for me, because I don't know, I only trust all the time in
Yeah.
everything. And
Yeah.
I feel more connecting with Jesus all the time.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
beautiful how it's all symbolic. Like you have a grandson named Jesus. That's beautiful. Now, when you mostly live on a mountain, but when you did go to Barcelona, you see the signs and symbols of the Spirit in every direction you look. And I think for many people, they're saying, wow, this sounds so mystical to live such a devoted life. And I think it does get simpler and much more gentle when we realize that as Jesus says in the Course, I can be hurt by nothing but my thoughts. It's not that we have to figure out a way for people to get along, because the ego made the whole world as a distractive device. And when you try to reconcile between the people, which is why people struggle with forgiveness, they don't really see that it's just thoughts. The people are just thoughts. And if you have an issue with somebody, you're holding on to an ego thought. It's not the people, it's the thoughts in the mind. So I think it does get easier when you start to say, oh, that's very simple then. I can live my happy devotional life just in prayer. And of course, Mary Magdalene is one of the best examples from history, where she was with Jesus, and then it got to be quite dramatic at the end when Jesus was crucified, and then he was resurrected, and she got to see him again, and then he was gone again. And then she sailed across the Mediterranean, and she taught openly in a Greek temple for a few decades. So she used the words, and then she went to this cave, which is behind you. You have to go very high up the mountains to even get to the cave. And she just lived the last third of her life in communion with Jesus. Not many words, just a little friar bringing some food, some water occasionally to her, and putting no care and attention to the body or the world. And isn't it beautiful that here we are using a broadcast, social media, to share the most mystical teachings and experiences in all of history. And we're doing a live broadcast to talk about something that's really so inward that, it doesn't really relate to the world of images very well. But I just want to encourage everyone who's watching to see that here's an example. Micah and Amanda just met each other. Both were open, searching. Amanda had been through a near-death experience and really wondered why she was still here. And then she started talking to me, and she goes, "Oh, now I see why I'm here. I'm here for Jesus, to merge with Jesus. That's why I'm here." and that makes it like you can go on in devotion when you realize that that's the purpose, is to go for the highest calling, union with God and peace of mind. So here we are. This is like another mystical broadcast because many people, it may raise more questions for people when they watch, because it's not a worldly broadcast. We're not here. We're not advocating ambitions of the future. We're not advocating trying to achieve something in the world. We're just saying, think deep in your heart and deep in your mind into prayer, and realize that prayer is wonderful. Prayer is how we reach God. And living a devotional life of prayer, some people may think that sounds boring, but it's actually the farthest thing from boring. It's the greatest adventure I think you could ever experience, more than skiing or rock climbing or sports or all the things. In fact, I think if people met you, they would say, "Wow, you're so calm and devoted, and you're so connected, but you're not quite like a romantic couple. You're you're like a mystic union. You are more than a romantic couple." So even with that, it's beyond the appearances. It's a love of everyone and everything, and it's almost unspeakable to try to even describe it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
The
words. It's funny. We're talking about this. That's been the experience for both of us. Really, just feeling more and more in a moment of the words aren't just falling away and just going really deep, into this, and there really are no words, but we can use them, and we do use them, and you use them very well to spread the blessings and love and just extend. And I mean, that's a beautiful purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The silence is very important for us.
Yeah.
It's very important. The silence, no, including the word, no is necessary in Mike and me.
Yeah.
In reality, no many speak,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
No, it's like I don't need words for communication with Micah. Only my presence and his presence, it's perfect. No need nothing more, including when sometimes listen many voices, it's like, oh, 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 okay, perfect, maybe. It's good for see my thoughts. It's okay because everything now it's very clear for see my thoughts, nothing more.
Yeah.
Including when I feel very strong emotion, okay, now it's my moment for pray, unite with Jesus, for forgiveness. It's perfect because now it's like I can connecting more with Jesus when I need forgiveness. But in reality, I don't know, this house in Barcelona for us is very beautiful symbol for silence.
Yeah.
Silence.
Yeah.
You don't need word, you don't need nothing. Only you need silence for you see your thoughts in your mind.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's very beautiful because connecting with many peace. You know, David, it's like connecting with I don't know. It's the same here. It's the same experience sometimes
Yeah.
in this place with Mary Magdalene in this mountain with this tree and these rocks. It's like it's the same in the house. Like, oh wow, look it. In this silence, I can connecting with Jesus, with peace, with love all the time. Yeah, I'm very grateful for this silence in reality.
Yeah.
Including no speak the same language. Now I speak more. Okay,
Come on,
but I don't know understand me, but it's like in reality, no need to speak.
Yeah.
No, including I don't want to speak.
Yeah.
You know, David,
Yeah.
I don't know. Including this day, Ken is in my mind many times. Yeah, I understand many things with Ken. Yeah, I feel very loved with Ken because I don't know what's happening sometimes. It's the same with Francis.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. It's like in this silence, I can feel very strong love with other people. Yeah, I connecting with this love. You know,
Yeah.
David,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like I open more love. It's very beautiful, but I need silence in reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, yes,
No, it's beautiful.
in this
It's
moment,
they're all symbols. I know the Pyrenees Mountains have been very powerful symbols for you, where you feel the deep connection with the caves and the tunnels. And I think this goes back to to many centuries before. There have been those that have walked these same grounds that have been so devoted to the presence of Christ. And I've enjoyed my trips to Spain and Mallorca because of all the saints visiting the church where St. John of the Cross was, and St. Teresa, visiting monasteries, visiting convents. So I think it's quite appropriate. It's a very good symbol that you're there in this seemingly modern world with all kinds of clashes and countries and war going on. You're just reminding the world of a simple prayer life, that you can go to God, and there's nothing that can stop you from going to God. There's nothing that can block that beautiful silent connection. And I just feel like we're all walking hand in hand now, and the more we go into the silence, we feel we feel each other so deeply that sometimes we reach out and call, but it's mainly in prayer. The deepest connection is actually in prayer. So, wow, there's just so much gratitude for this whole journey. And so I hope everyone watching today enjoyed this little dip into, we're just dipping into mysticism now. This is beyond
Wow! Wow!
we're ringing the bell for Christ.
Oh my God! That's beautiful. Oh my
Well, thank you
God.
so much. I just want you to enjoy your experience there, and give a big hug to Astrid, Miguel, and everyone that you encounter. Just give the blessing of Christ, as I know you are with everyone. And thank you so much for coming on, because these are kind of rare moments when people can get in touch with such a deep devotion and just have the witness, like, wow, this is possible. I think with Mary Magdalene, she was just had a family, and she was living in a little town called Magdala, and then Jesus happened to go by with his apostles, and they said, there's some kind of preacher or mystic man out there, and she first started listening, and she was so touched that she left her family behind, she left her city behind, and then eventually she left Judea behind. She hopped in a boat that I think kind of got washed ashore. The angels kind of washed her to shore, and she did some teaching, and then she went and lived in a cave for 25, 30 years. So if she can do that, then that's a good example for all of us, to just live a simple devotional life and let go of the complexities of the past and the future. We don't really need the past and the future anymore. They don't really serve us. So thank you. Thank you for joining me on this, and God bless you, and I hope to talk to you again soon. It's always lovely to stay in contact.
Thank you, baby. Faro de Luz is your house too. When you want, you come with
Yes,
us.
thank you. Thank you for that warm, loving welcome.
Yeah. I love you. Love you so
Love
much.
you. Love you. Te amo mucho.
Yo también te amo.
Okay. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.